Ever since the Golden State Warriors signed Kevin Durant and went on to win the 2016-2017 NBA Finals, teams have been trying to gather their own teams that can compete with the reigning NBA champ Superteam. For example, Minnesota added Jimmy Butler and Jeff Teague to an up-and-coming Timberwolves roster that already contains two star caliber players in Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. For years, national media has been known for reporting negative news on the Sacramento Kings, but on July 31st, 2017, ESPN released an article naming 9 teams that could be the next super team, and the Kings were on that list.
What is going on, everybody? It's me, Mark Robertson. I am back in today. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the recent news that was reported via ESPN. That news was an article that basically named 9 teams that could be up-and-coming powerhouses or super teams like the Golden State Warriors. One team that was crazy to hear that they talked about was even the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings are on this list, but before we get into that, I just got to thank you guys so much. Since the last video 2 days ago, we have gone up 6 new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys continue to enjoy my content. Make sure to share with your friends. If you guys want to continue following my content and want to be a part of my 6-man squad, go ahead and hit that notifications bell right next to the subscribe button so that you can get notified every time. If you're a part of my 6-man squad, go ahead and type down in the comments as soon as you see the video, hashtag 6manhype. I can't wait to see you guys there. And thank you guys so much for liking my videos. Today's like goal is 50 likes as always. I know you guys can reach it. Keep on hitting that like button. All you got to do when you're down in the comments commenting about this subject, make sure you hit that extra little like button right there. I really appreciate it. And today's subscriber of the day is somebody that not only was a friend of mine in school, but also has been following my channel ever since I started. And that is Jake Vaughn. Thank you so much for following my channel. Thank you for commenting down below. We always have great conversations on Twitter, on here. Thank you for staying around since high school, brother. And let's continue on with this video. Today, we're going to be talking about what they talked about in the article. And it was really interesting to hear just because with this article that was released with the writer being Tom Haberstall. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. If you ever see my video, sorry about that. I'm just trying to pronounce it the best that I can. If you guys know, if anybody knows the pronunciation, please tell me down in the comments. I love when you guys do that. I got somebody last time that told me that Yorgos was supposed to be not Georgius, it's Yorgos, but I'm going to start calling him that from now on. This article is very interesting because we haven't heard a lot of good NBA news about, we haven't heard a lot of good, well-known media broadcasting talking about good things about the Kings. And ever since our good draft this year and our good offseason, all of a sudden you start hearing a lot of different things about, oh, hey, the Kings actually had a good draft for this year. They signed really good veterans. And then this came out a few days ago. This right here. This is something crazy. And I quote, Dark Horse, Sacramento. That was the headline once you got down to the article. Once you read through this article and read the other 7, 8 teams, the last one is Sacramento. He put us last. So he was like what the reader read last, which was awesome to see. But it was titled Dark Horse, Sacramento. Dark Horse. We could end up being a powerhouse in this league in a few years, guys. Then the writer goes on to say, and I quote, look, we can't believe we're mentioning Sacramento and Golden State in the same breath either. But the young core in Sacramento is tantalizing. Youngsters Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley-Stein, Scalaby Sierra, Justin Jackson, and Harry Giles present a sky-high ceiling in Sacramento. Because they do. I am very excited to see this team grow. John Wall himself said De'Aaron Fox looked like him when he was younger. If De'Aaron Fox can end up shooting better than John Wall and have John Wall's skills, oh my goodness, guys. We would have one of the top, possibly 10 point guards in the entire NBA at some point or another. Might take him a few years, obviously, but he could get there. If that's his ceiling, then why not? And then you move on to guys like Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield could end up being a great shooter. Him and Bogdan Bogdanovic could be great shooters together if they're on the same floor. Either if you have Buddy at the 3 or you have Bogdan at the 3 and then you have the other one at the 2, they could be knocked down three-point shots. They could be our Splash Brothers. They could destroy the league in 3 balls. I'm excited to see what they can do. Willie Cauley-Stein, if he learns to rebound and grab the ball better, he could be a double-double machine. He could end up being a DeAndre Jordan. He could end up being... There's a lot of things he could end up being. Scalabrine has one of the higher ceilings on our team. He could end up being like a LaMarcus Aldridge, or I don't even know. Like, I don't know who to compare him to because he's really good and his talent is improving over time. Justin Jackson in the Summer League, like I said before in previous video, you guys should go check that video if you guys have any time to do so. Justin Jackson has high ceiling. He could be, I don't even, like, a lot of these players I don't have a comparison for because he could be a great three-point shot. He could be, yeah, I really don't have a good comparison to what he could be with now time NBA. But he could be a great shooter, like he's going to come in and be a great shooter. Harry Giles was going to be a top 5, possibly first overall power forward out of the draft if he didn't get hurt. He was the top prospect in high school. He was projected to be number 1, you guys. We got a steal in that draft. Our ceiling in Sacramento is so high. If at least 1 to 2 of these guys end up panning out as an all-star, we could be looking at a 50 to 60 win team after like 5 years. Like, obviously it will take us some time, but we can still make the playoffs before that. Like, we can make it in like 40 to 50 wins. For how high the ceiling is in Sacramento, we can make it even farther than that. I'm super excited. And then he goes on to say, with George Hill, Zach Randolph, Vince Carter presenting some much needed veteran influence, the kids could bring trouble to the rest of the league. That's what I've been saying, and everybody that I've talked to about the Kings have been saying this entire time. Those 3 bring the best mentoring to this team as possible. Even if George Hill only plays a certain amount of games due to injuries, he's still going to be either on the bench or he's going to try to come to practices if he's injured and try to come and try to mentor Fox. It's not that we need them to make those 3 veterans. It's not that the Kings brought them in to make the playoffs, but they brought them in to be great veterans. All 3 of them are great veterans. Vince Carter's a great player coach. Zach Randolph is great when it comes to playing in the post and like just big man play altogether. He can teach our 4 big men, Willie Cauley-Stein, Scalabrine, Harry Giles, and Papagiannis, who I'm going to continue to say Papagiannis is far from a bust. He can get stuff going. You got to remember, he was 19 when he came into this league. He was 19. He was still a young guy. So I have a very high suspicion that this is going to be a good team overall. The other crazy part is to think about this. So once we reach the 18-19 season, we're gonna have 9 players on roster and about $55 million in cap space. Tom Haberstrom went on to say this question: could they steal Klay Thompson in 2019? Just to think about this, other names that are in this free agent class include LeBron James, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Enes Kanter, Tobias Harris, and many others. This is going to be a huge free agency talent class. So I'm excited to see what the Kings can do at this time. If they're going to end up trading away Zach next season or keep him for the 2 seasons. I don't know if they're going to keep Vince Carter. Maybe they'll have Vince Carter come in inside of our front office and do something with maybe Paige on player development maybe. You never know about that. But I love the fact that we are now getting media attention. Like, not just me as somebody that's producing content on YouTube talking about it. Actual live media. ESPN is talking about it. That is one of the biggest sports networks in the game. It's just mind-blowing to finally hear this talk. And the quote, look, we can't believe we're mentioning Sacramento and Golden State in the same breath either. They're even explaining that Sacramento's talent can end up going through the roof, and we would be so set, you guys. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. I think that we're set for the upcoming years, even if, like, I feel that with the adding of these 3 players, and then we added Bogdan, even though Bogdan is technically not a free agent in the NBA, he was a rookie coming in on a rookie contract. He's still a EuroLeague free agent, so I can't technically call it a free agent signing, but it's whatever you want to think about it. But yeah, technically we added 5 rookies and 3 solid veterans and got rid of players that were either not good for culture-wise or just weren't good team players, and just ended up merging together this good, solid team that over time players like De'Aaron Fox will take over. Players like Justin Jackson will completely take over. This team is... The ceiling for this team, like I said, I feel like is going to be a 50 to 60 win team in 4 to 5 years. If they continue to go up like this, if we get somebody else in next year's, like at least one more player in next year's draft, okay, here's a scenario. And I know I'm already trying to outro this video, but I'm still pumped to talk about this. Here's a scenario. Say we finish between 9 and 10 in this upcoming season's record or in standings, and we get a lower ended spot, like between 10 and possibly 12 or 13, like the Pelicans did. I wouldn't be surprised if we take that, Kufis, Temple, and like our 2020 pick and trade up into the top. I don't know. For all that, you could probably trade top 8, between top 6 and top 8, and still get a reasonable player out of that draft. So this is crazy, and I'm excited to see what this team brings. So make sure to comment down below what you guys think about this. Do you like the fact that we're starting to finally get media attention the right way? Are you excited to hear media think of the Sacramento Kings as a possible up-and-coming super team? Do you think that our ceiling is high as I think we are? What do you guys think? Give me a number. 4 to 5 years. I want to see in the comments. In 4 to 5 years, how many wins will the Sacramento Kings have if they continue to go up like this, and what seed they would be in? I'm going to call 50 to 60, and it's going to be a top 4 seed. That's my call. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Hope you guys hit the like button. Follow me on my Instagram at Mark Robertson Jr. Make sure to like or follow on Facebook at Mark Robertson Jr. And make sure to hit me up on Twitter and give me that follow at ForLife2K17. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later, Hoop fans.